On the 6th of December 1921, the British and Irish delegates gathered in 10 Downing Street to sign the Anglo-Irish Treaty. The treaty allowed for the creation of an Irish Free State and Northern Ireland within the British Empire. The British monarch would remain the head of state. The Irish Free State would be allowed to choose their own parliament that would handle local affairs, while Westminster would handle international affairs. The treaty was highly controversial and led to a civil war in Ireland between those who supported it and those who opposed it. The treaty stated that Ireland would have the same status within the British Empire as Australia, Canada, New Zealand and South Africa had. Those countries, known as dominions, had a degree of independence but were not fully independent from Britain. The most controversial aspect of the treaty that most Irish Republicans refused to accept was the oath to the British monarch. Members of the Irish parliaments would have to swear an oath of allegiance to the British monarch if they wished to take their seat in Westminster. Northern Ireland asked to permanently opt out of the Irish Free State and remain a part of the United Kingdom, which Westminster allowed. Thus, Northern Ireland was partitioned from the rest of the island of Ireland, and so the Irish Free State only consisted of 26 out of the 32 counties of Ireland. A boundary commission was set up to finalise the new Irish border in 1924 and 1925. The border that existed followed the county boundary, separated the 6 counties of Northern Ireland from their neighbours in the south. The Commission's recommendations were implemented. The treaty also stated until a future agreement was struck, the Royal Navy would continue to have responsibility for the seas around Ireland, although the Irish Free State were allowed to have boats to protect the revenue of their fisheries. Some ports would remain under British control, with Britain able to obtain them during times of war. These treaty ports were eventually handed over to the Irish Free State in 1938. The Irish delegates had little choice but to sign the treaty, as war would break out if they did not. The British government approved the treaty in December 1921 by 401 votes to 58 in the House of Commons and 166 votes to 47 votes in the House of Lords. The second Dáil debated the treaty. These debates proved very divisive. After 10 days of debating, the treaty was passed in the Dáil by a vote of 64 to 57. Half of the Dáil left, feeling that they had not been listened to and that they would not follow the treaty. The treaty led to violence and the Irish Civil War between pro-treaty and anti-treaty sides, which broke out in June 1922.